Okay, this room. This fucking room. I think every single player of Tomb Raider who's ever played this game has gotten a heart attack from this room. Just die. This fucking thing. And we are actually going to have to go into this room later. We can't go in there yet, but we will have to go in there. Off by one arrow. Yeah. I mean, in 1991, we were launching tiny little pachinko games through a DOS command on an Amiga PC, so I don't think anybody in my family was well versed in computers at that time. I do remember back in 1996 or something, desperately trying to get the original Tomb Raider to run on a friend's computer. And her computer just wouldn't have it. Alright. Now we do have to climb around a little here because we're not actually done collecting stuff yet. There we go. Number 1. Down here. Pick up this. And I think we're gonna spawn some crocodiles when we jump over onto the blue roof, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. I missed that one at that time. Only started with Win95 and Mac OS 8.9. Yeah. No, I do faintly remember DOS. Alright, and this is why we triggered that boulder earlier, because this is the only way to get down here without losing health, so. Right. Save. And check how we go down here without breaking our necks. This corner. No, wait, I lied. My grandpa had a 311 machine till way into the 2000s. Oh, God. We're getting so old. Alright, we'll start with this one now. Okay, first one is down. Oh no, the first one was not actually down yet. There we go. But also I did not actually want to go down here yet. Like, I did not want to be in this room just yet. Because I know this room and I did not want to be here. Can I just go back up, please? Be right back. Need to close a window. Take your time. Oh. Yeah. That's why I saved. I'm not actually sure if there was anything down here. Or if that was just a trap for us to die in. It was just a trap, okay. Then we did not actually miss anything. Wonderful. Yeah, I thought I remembered that much. Let's actually reload that. Because we could have saved ourselves quite a bit of headache. And quite a bit of health. Okay, Lara, run, climb, thank you. Oh, we're dead. Hey Carcoom, how's it going? Alright. That didn't work out as intended. Let's try that again. Okay, better. Not entirely great, but welcome back. Still going to take a medipack here because I think, if I remember correctly, there's more panthers down here. Right? Pretty sure there's one down here as well. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go down here again for a moment just to shoot them. Because I don't want to have to deal with them when I have to drop back down into this room. Doing all right. How are you doing? Trying to get as much rest as I can because the next 2 weeks are going to be absolutely crazy work-wise. All right, there we go. The secret. Have any shiny new pickups down here? Yes, we do. Fucking hell. 30 years later and that thing still gets the shit out of me. Die. What the hell? You get it now. Yeah, imagine playing this at 7 years old. Help. I think there's gonna be another one up here as well, if I'm not mistaken. Glad I didn't, yeah. You should be. You should be glad that you didn't play it at that time. Kinda same here, doing my vocational training stuff, the last bit of it, and Gothic release soon, super hyped. Yeah. I'm actually really looking forward to Gothic. I haven't even played it myself yet, so... Like, I know as much as you guys. I did play the demo a lot. I did play Naira's demo long enough to get the achievement anyways. Alright. Just walking around, taking in the sights. Preparing for the return to the colony. Okay. I don't like this. I don't like this. I really don't like this. Did we forget anything over here? No. Then I wonder where the last pickup is, because we're still missing one. Anyway, I'm going to equip some tougher guns. This is the one we just went into. We need to go up there, I think. Yeah, here. I think we missed a pickup somewhere. Just finished the librarian game, was fun. What librarian game? But yeah, this is the end of the level. We missed a pickup somewhere. Although, to be fair, I did warn people that that would happen, because it's been a while since I've played the game, so... I don't remember all of it. Yeah. Well, we missed the pickup. We just have to live with that. It's not gonna be the end of the world, because we did get all the secrets, so... Full name librarian, tidy up the arcane library. Okay. Haven't heard of that one before. Don't think it was in this room. Oh well. There we go. Alright, the obelisk. This is one of my favorite levels. Also super iconic. Like, this is one of those levels where if you think Tomb Raider 1, this is probably one of the top 3 levels that will come to your mind. And it is what it is called. Perfect, tidying up virtual bookshelves instead of tidying up my own. Well, I reckon tidying up the arcane library is probably a bit more exciting than tidying up the normal ones, because the normal library generally doesn't come to life and try to eat you. So, which is something I would expect from an arcane library. And I love what they did with the level design. Like, you can already see the main part of this level. You can see a glimpse of it through these windows, but you don't really get how grand it's going to be until you're actually out there. Okay, you get a room with around 3k books, and you need to put them in the correct shelf. Okay. Ooh. XXX. Go, 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 go. Don't let the panther eat you. Discworld reference. I'm going to out myself here and shock everybody and say that I've never read those books. I know I really should, because they are apparently really, really good. But I'm in general not much of a fiction reader. Like, I love reading non-fiction. I love reading scientific articles and essays and stuff like that. But I'm not big on fiction. I was only half expecting this one. Not how I planned to do this, but it worked. Okay. Oof. Yikes. I even walked in here, and in my mind I was like, was there another panther in this room? Or was there was another panther in this room. There was definitely another panther in this room. I should just assume that any room that could conceivably have a panther behind it probably has a panther behind it. It definitely was, yeah. It very definitely looked like a panther. I think this room is actually a trap, if I'm not mistaken. I'll go into save here, but I don't think there's actually anything in this room. We're also gonna equip some bigger guns. Like, if I'm not mistaken, there's nothing of significance in here. Oh no, there is actually a meta pack. Forget what I said. There is actually something to pick up. But I know there are a few empty trap rooms in this game that are literally just there to frustrate you and to make you lose out on stuff. I can't climb up here again, can I? No. But yeah, never been big on reading fiction. And I don't know why, because I did sincerely try, but it's just, it doesn't do much for me. I did, however, when I was in college, I did read a whole bunch of theses that were written at our college, because basically the way it worked at our college was when you wrote your thesis at the end of your studies, one, you had to hand in three, copies. One went to your grading office and, well, one for each of the professors who were grading it. And then one went to the grading office, and the copy from the grading office, once your grade was fully set and your professors had decided, that copy from the grading office went into the reception and storage of our faculty. And there was a list online of every single thesis ever written by any student of our faculty. And if you wanted to, you could just get the name, get the year, and be like, hey, and then you could go to the reception and be like, hey, I would like to read the thesis by this guy from the year 1998, and they would dig that up for you and you could read it. So I read a ton of that stuff. Okay, now I'm pretty sure there is a crocodile here, but I haven't seen it yet. So I guess we'll just wait until it finds us. Oh, there it is. Hi. There he is. There he is. Let's go. See, that would bore me unless I was actively researching some stuff. No, I found it was super interesting. Like, obviously not all of them were interesting, but there were a whole bunch of interesting ones. And I basically showed up at that office at our reception, like, every 2 to 3 weeks with a list of, like, 5 or 6 theses. And I was like, can I please read these? I think I probably loaned out more of those than all of the students combined. Also, we've got a smiley hieroglyph here. Got a smiley. Well, I studied translation and interpreting, so a lot of the stuff that I loaned out was just like terminology research on specific subjects. Like one of them I remember was actually a friend of mine who was a year above me, and she wrote her thesis about milk and the production and processing of milk and all the terminology involved in that. And it was a very interesting dive into what exactly all the things on the labels mean. I was like, damn, I didn't know all of that before. And I don't remember much of it now because it's been years and I haven't needed that knowledge since, but at the time it was very interesting to read. And there were a bunch more of like super interesting topics. Like we had one who did her terminology on who did like a terminology of werewolves, vampires, and other revenants and shit like that. So basically all of the fantasy genre. And then we had people who were like, oh yeah, cultural expressions of this and that and the other thing. And you were like, okay, I learned something very cool and very exciting about other cultures today. So there was a lot of interesting stuff to learn. Okay, I think we actually have what we came here for. We have the key, so we can get out of here. I said get out of here. And go to the actual main event of this level.